Welcome back to Kick and Crochet. In this video I'm going to show you how to make a thumb hole using foundation crochet stitches. This is just a little glove pattern I've been doing, and this is the thumb hole that I already made. So this glove obviously doesn't need another thumb hole, but I'm just going to do it on here just to show you how. So this is a glove that I'm making top down, which is not usually how I make gloves, but back it up a little bit. So you can see here that I started up here and I'm working my way down, and when I wanted to make this thumb hole, I used a foundation crochet stitches to make the thumb hole. So I'm going to show you just the basic technique of how to use foundation stitches to make a thumb hole on a glove. Okay, so I'm going to pretend that I need to make another thumb hole here, and in this pattern I'm using half double crochet stitches, so I'm going to continue with that, and I'm going to do half double crochet foundation stitches. Now, I'm going to start just like a normal half double crochet, except now I'm going to do that extra yarn over and pull through one, so I've got that extra chain on the bottom like a foundation crochet stitch. Then I'll finish that stitch normally. And now I'm going to work through that extra chain to make my extra stitches. And now here I'm just doing normal foundation double crochet. So I'm going to yarn over, pull through one to make the chain, and then finish the stitch. And depending on what pattern you're doing or how big your thumb is or whatever, it's going to affect how many stitches you do in this portion. I think on the other thumb hole I did 9 stitches. Okay, so let's see. So that's my regular half double. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll do a few more. 7, 8, and now I'm going to rejoin it on this next stitch. And then if you're doing this for a pattern, it'll tell you how many stitches to skip. If you're doing it on your own, you can kind of just try it on and see how many you think you're going to skip. So I'm going to skip 3 stitches, and I'm going to work into that 4th one. So I'm going to start like normal for a foundation. I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook in that extra chain and pull up a loop. But now before I do the extra chain stitch, I'm going to insert my hook in that 4th stitch, yarn over, and now I'll pull through that stitch and 1 loop on my hook. So when I make my extra stitch, I'm also connecting it to the new location. And now I'll finish the stitch normally. So now I have my thumb hole reconnected, and I've skipped a few stitches, and then here I can just continue with the half double crochet. And your pattern, depending on what pattern you're doing, might want you to do another stitch in that spot also. So just pay attention to your pattern. And then if this was a glove, you would now have a thumb hole. My thumb. So these are the stitches I skipped, those 3 stitches, and this is all of my foundation stitches. So I could have made this one a little bit tighter if I wanted to. It doesn't really need to be quite that big, but depending on your pattern will determine how many stitches you have. So I hope that was useful, and now you've got a new skill in your arsenal. If you need to have a different way to make a thumb hole or a loop, this is very similar to the way I make foundation crochet stitch buttonholes. I just add extra stitches instead of keeping it very flat. So this would be a buttonhole with extra stitches. It's a thumb hole. Happy crocheting!